We are now live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 65 of Filmaholics Entertainment Podcast.
What are you doing?
Going out there. I did not know this. This is actually brought to my attention before we dive into everything that episode 64 was recorded last week, but was not uploaded onto Spotify and Apple. I'm not going to blame anyone. I know somebody in the room here does have
admin error.
Damn, who left that episode?
I mean, it's glad to be back with you. Shout out to Vu, who is here today. If you're just listening, you're not seeing. Shout out to Vu for running that episode, and I thought you did a great job, man.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
How would you know he didn't upload it?
Yeah, well, it's on YouTube at least.
It's on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. My YouTube premium, it's worth it there. Vu, what'd you think of hosting last week?
Oh, it was good. It was just like hanging out, you know? I was a little nervous. My connection was a little spotty, but we made it through.
There were some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. It happens, man. It happens. And we also have the returning. God, actually, he's now been on this episode. I'm going to go to Kenny first. Kenny, he's back, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our favorites of the MCU and honestly DCU and just comic movies in general. We got Kenny here today. Kenny, how you doing, man?
Hey, future 2026 fan of the Fappy fan of the year, guest of the year, not fan.
Yeah,
fan. No, guest of the year.
It was 2024, right? You said 2026.
I know. I said future.
No,
I'm at the 25.
Baby.
25.
Baby.
I was coming for Grant. He's never gonna get that solo award.
True. You hear that, Grant?
Snubbed. Viewers don't lie.
And the viewers out there. Yeah, and the views don't lie because the number one view maker for this entire podcast is here as well. We've got Grant Feige Fan 01 on here. How you doing, Grant?
Some would just say it's the personality, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Others say it's the good looks. I mean, Who knows? Who knows what it really is? It just comes down to numbers at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know. John Smith, 22, he's one of our biggest fans, always comments, Kevin, you're not as fat anymore. And I love that. I appreciate that. Well, that's always nice, man. But the good looks is here.
Mr. Anti-Idiotic joined during the Nathan episode. And I asked
Did he?
Are you a Nathan fan? He was not familiar with his work.
I don't know. Wherever he's from, I don't know if they show that Nathan for you. Did you guys all finish that show, by the way? Are you guys all completed?
Did you watch?
So I haven't seen the season finale. How was it?
It's good. It's good.
It's crazy.
He's been on the news. He was on CNN this morning. He was on Kimmel yesterday.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of wild. Okay.
So as a non-spoiler, as someone who didn't watch the whole season, I just kind of watched. I watched episode. What was it, Vu? Episode 2, and then the season finale. Just as a non-biased opinion, it's what a long, drawn-out bit. I can only say he is committed to the bit. That is crazy.
Yeah.
You have to question whether or not it's even a bit at this point.
Yeah.
It's just him. He's looking out for us and our safety in the air.
Yeah. What a guy.
What was better? Season... I'm going to ask Vu, just I know you've seen all the episodes, Vu, and we've talked about it for a while now, the rehearsal. What was better, season 2 or season 1 of the rehearsal?
I've thought about it a little more. I've done a little reflecting this week. And I'd like to say that season 2 surpasses season 1.
No way.
And it's not close. Just the ending of how he ties everything together is so absurd that nobody else would think of this. Nobody else would do this. He's in his own league right now, rewriting comedy.
Wow.
It's also, I think, with season 1, it got a little too sad and weird at the end.
Oh my God, with that kid.
So that was the issue, and he even addresses it in season 2. So without
does he bring it up?
weirdness,
Does he address it with the sense of he's I got to prevent this from happening? So
he was I didn't want to have kids on this season after how
that's
season
right.
1 ended.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So, because they were trying to teach nurture versus nature or something, right? During the season, during that episode. I think whatever. I'm so bad at remembering that stuff.
What are you watching, dude? That was
Well, are they trying to learn? Whatever. It doesn't matter. All I know is that that pilot that everyone hates that's banned off of every social media, every dating app. That's my little brother. He's banned off Snapchat this week. I'm like, it's been banned off YouTube. I'm like, what are you doing,
What is it?
dude? Yeah, it's but for the people out there around the world, they don't give a crap about that. So there's a couple things that happened. We just saw the rehearsal. We also finished. Did anyone here finish The Last of Us season 2?
I
But
did.
what'd you think, man?
Loved it. Not as good as season 1, but I still thought it was great. But a lot of viewers online are just not loving the season at all.
Yeah. I think it's also the same reason why people hated the second game. I thought the second game actually, to me, I enjoyed it much more than the first one. I thought the first one was great, but I thought the second one, get out of your whole political biases and whatever that go into it, and people think it's going woke and whatever. I just thought it was a really fun game and crazy storyline to it. So it also doesn't hit you over the head with all that stuff either. But I mean,
I went through and I watched all the gameplay of the second game, and it's crazy.
Oh, so do you know what's happening next season?
Yeah, I watched all the way to the end. So
did you really?
Yeah, I just had to know what happened.
Yeah. No, it's well, and they do stick to it pretty well. The one thing I missed about this season was that yes, they had that one episode where they did do a episode with Joel when they did flashbacks, which is also in the game. But I thought season 1 when they did that Nick Offerman episode, it added so much to it that was outside of the game. And this season stuck to the game a lot. I will say this: we showed Lindsay's parents the season finale, and I think they were they thought, okay, we get why this show is good. It's not just zombies, it's not just like a Walking Dead, another show like that. It's a good show that's about the characters itself.
Yeah,
it happens to be
great.
And then the last season finale, did anyone here watch the studio? Yeah. Kenny, what do you think of the studio, man?
It was so fun. It was just a really good ending. I was curious, where the season was going, not where it was going, but just like what's going to happen with it. Like, I think it's all a joke. But it was really fun. It was really light. It was good. It was Bryan Cranston's acting is so funny.
He's in that show.
Yeah. He plays like the like CEO of the studio that Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
It was just really good. It was just any form of media I consume, I just want to have a good time. And this was a really good time.
Yeah, I agree, man. It was light. It was easy to watch, but it also was it was only 30-minute episodes, but each episode was pretty good. I thought they're hilarious. But me being a cinephile, it scratched that itch I was looking for with a little bit of that studio. You got a little bit of that background into things, and like when we do award shows on this show, it gives you kind of a background of what goes into it all, and just I don't know. I was watching I just love movies. Movies.
That was so funny. That
was so good.
That was the movies chant. You got to watch that show. You'd love it.
And Grant, Grant, I want you to check it out too. But Grant, also the season finale of the Minnesota Timberwolves now. It sucks.
Some would say it was a bad episode. It was a bad episode. I think the season peaked game 3 of the series, and the rest of the episodes it was a horror film out there. Horror film. I know horror is hot right now, but not for my sports teams. That's tough to look at.
Oh, you're telling me, man. That was a tough last game. OKC is gonna have a great run, and I think they're gonna win it all. Let's be real.
Pacers, baby.
But you never know with the Pacers either, man. I mean, I did not think they were gonna do this to the Knicks, but we'll see tonight. If anyone watches that show. And then last but not least, we have Andor. There's been a lot going on. We have Andor coming out, or just completed, just came out. Kenny, I mean, what did you think of it so far?
So good.
Or what did you think of the entire show?
So good. It was so good. I wasn't planning on rewatching Rogue One right away, within the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, I texted
once it ended.
Kenny,
we were texting.
The show, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm watching Rogue One right now."
I was not planning on it. That came out Wednesday or Tuesday, I forget. And then I was saving it for Thursday because I knew it'd be open on Thursday. But I couldn't not immediately start it. I was so sucked into it. It was so good, that ending, all those last shots about the whole cast, the remaining cast. So good. So good.
And you made a great point that you could have ended the show with episode 9 and it would have been a great finish to it all. But those last few episodes were just the cherry on top. to what leads to the true season finale, which is Rogue One. I mean, I've appreciated Rogue One so much now watching it, seeing those characters.
So much more.
It's so much better watching Rogue One after watching Andor. So anyone out there, I do. We have Vu currently in it. Vu's at the tough part of the season, I would say.
It's a struggle.
It's a little bit of a struggle, but I think he'll get through it. And he'll enjoy. I think he'll come out on top thinking, okay, that was great television. So 10 minutes later, somehow that took a little bit, but at least we're here. We're ready to rock and roll. And today, as you guys can see in the title, we are ranking. We're ranking by tiers. I think it's from S down to F or whatever. I haven't double checked it yet. The entire MCU with TV and movies included. Yes, we are doing the daunting task leading to the Fantastic Four, in which hopefully we can update the Fantastic Four and put that in the tier list after. But this will be the Filmaholics tier list of the MCU universe, the true universe ranked. Boys, are you ready for this daunting task at hand?
It's been a long time coming, Kev.
I know, Boo. I feel like we couldn't do it. Bless his soul. Brad just didn't watch a ton of MCU movies, so it was usually me and Vu. He knew a lot about the comics, but the movies himself, he didn't see a ton. Vu and I was discussing it. I think Vu, we started this entire podcast on the basic fundamental idea of our love for really comic book movies, MCU in general, that we just gushed over it. Now we can finally put our mouth where or whatever the hell that term is, our mouth right on something.
Our mouths on each other.
Yeah, our mouth money where our mouth is. I'm gonna put money in my mouth. And let's rock and roll, baby. Let's go through that list. So I'm gonna pull it up. All right, and I sent it to the group here. And what's funny is the picture on the list is Echo, which is not going to go very high for me. Here,
a great representation of 1/8 of my culture, though.
Oh wait, are you actually?
Yeah, 1/8, going strong, baby, going strong.
Sick.
That's why they call him Grant Red Horse.
Yeah,
unofficially.
I see it, Grant. For some reason, I don't see it, but I guess I'll believe you. All right, you guys see the list right here at hand.
Oh yeah.
All right, so how we're going to go through it is we're going to go through every single one in chronological order. They even have movies like the Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton in there, all the way down to even having things like Echo in this list. So we're truly going to be running through it, ranking it from S tier, which is I think is going to be either a 9 out of 10. A is going to be like an 8 out of 10 8 to 9 maybe, like on the verge. B is going to be, of course, I can't do the numbers right now, but we'll feel like we can add it together. Now, I want to start with the first one, which is Iron Man, guys. So this is the one that kicked off the MCU. Tony Stark, maybe the true face of the MCU for the first 4 phases. What do you guys think of Iron Man? Let's start with whoever wants to go. I'll start with Vu, just because he's in the back corner right here. What did you think of Iron Man, Vu? And where do you think it should be put?
I think this is one of the best origin story MCU movies, in my opinion.
Okay. Grant, you're up next. What do you think?
This for me is S tier. It kicked it all off. Great plot, great villain, grounded story. This is S tier through and through. One of the best solo movies in the MCU, not counting like Avengers team ups, etc. This has got to be S tier for me.
Yeah.
Okay, Kenny, you're up next. What do you think?
S, and I have nothing else to say.
S.
It's not good.
Not good. So I was gonna give it an A. The only reason I want to give it an A is when you rewatch it, it is a great movie. I think the first hour of the movie is like fantastic, great MCU. But I think near the end, it falls off a little bit with who is the villain? What's his name?
Obadiah.
Yeah. And I just thought he was fine. That was the only thing about it. Is I thought the villain wasn't the greatest. To me, S tier, you have to have a great villain. You have to have the story that goes with it. It has to be a 10 out of 10 or a 9.5 out of 10. But if you guys all agreed, if you guys want to think that this is an actual, that's why I'm putting this in front of you. Terrence Howard's not even in this movie afterwards. That's another one. He's a crazy lunatic. I he thought, this is a fun fact. He thought he should have been paid just as much as Robert Downey Jr.
I'm pretty sure they paid him more than Robert Downey Jr. for that.
I think you might be right. Yeah, I think, and then that's why they fired him for the second one. But with that being said, do you still guys want to put that as an S tier? Everyone's shaking their head up
They could have to overrule you, Kev.
All right, they overruled me. Iron Man.
Damn, you're doing Jeff Bridges dirty for not liking Obadiah.
Yeah,
he played Obadiah fantastic.
All right. Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton. What did you guys think of the Incredible Hulk movie? I think it was terrible. A D?
D.
D. Yeah, not F, but D.
Yeah, this is a
D.
D tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
D.
I'm interested to think of you guys thinking an F is, because this is next one I think's an F. I hated Iron Man 2. I think the scene where they're at the racetrack is really cool. And I thought when he pulled out the box and like his suit came out, I'm like, whoa, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. But this came out right around Dark Knight Rises. So I'm watching this movie and then Dark Knight Rises, and I'm thinking to myself, this can't even be comparable. The MCU is terrible.
I thought this was good. I liked the villain. I liked how he was.
That's why we're having this conversation.
Villain, and how there were two villains almost, because it was like Justin Hammer and then Anton Vanko, or I think
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought Whiplash was really good, and kind of just like the political thrillerness of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to. This is the one where he's like dying too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has to come up with a new atom
element.
So I was gonna say A.
A?
I thought
I don't have this in A. I have this as a C.
Dang,
Like,
y'all are Iron Man 2 haters.
I think this movie, I think it's average. I think the villain's okay.
Right.
I think the storyline's okay. I mean, it's would I watch it again? Yeah, if it's on, but I wouldn't go out of my way to throw this back on the TV.
Yeah, it's not. I'm skipping this. I'm flipping the channel if it's on TV.
For me, this is just like mid-tier MCU. This is a C through and through.
I think if this movie came out during the last phase, it would have been S tier.
Of that tier, for sure.
All right, I might have to block Vu for a little bit.
You're on mute.
I'm with Vu. This is an A for me.
Yes,
because again, MCU movies. I'm not watching an MCU movie for like Interstellar. Even I didn't even watch Interstellar, but Interstellar level writing. Okay, that's not what I'm watching it for. This movie was fun. The all visual effects looked absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
it was a good like tug at your heartstrings movie, like with him dying and like sabotaging so much of his life, trying to give everything up because he thought he was dying. It's just, but more so than anything, it was just fun. Also,
there's more layers to the villain. Okay.
Yeah, there's layers to the multiple villains, and it also was at this point now really starting to integrate like other stuff, other elements of the MCU, because it wasn't the only movie at that time anymore. I think it started to do a lot more with what I feel like, even though the story of this movie wasn't that great, I think a lot of like future Marvel movies after this movie started to like do what Iron Man 2 did. That's what started having the most amount of Easter eggs and all these other things.
If you guys have this A, I have it C, and Kev has it F, you think we should just
I think we average it out.
B or
B.
All right,
you said this is a movie that you would not rewatch or put it on. I put this movie on, not anymore, but I used to put it on all the time.
We're a podcast of the people. I'll give it a damn B. Even though I'm not happy.
Let's go. B for the boom.
You can put it C if you can put it C.
No, this isn't me. This is us, guys. This is why I do this podcast. I am not a oligarchy. I am not a dictator here, Ben.
Well, do we have any chatters, any commenters to break the tie?
Yeah, Mr. Idiotic, let us know if you don't believe that this should be a B or a C. Let us know what you think. If you think it's an A, I might block you, dude. Yeah. Next, boys, we got Thor, the original Thor.
Where did I have this?
Who wants to go first with this?
D.
I was gonna say
D.
It was so mid.
I have
C.
I have this as a C.
Yeah.
We don't need bleached eyebrows.
I'll go with that. Yeah, dude, I'm so glad they dyed his eyebrows after this movie. I agree. I think this is a perfect
didn't
C
die.
movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, it was.
I think for the original heroes, this was the worst origin story.
Now, the one thing I will say is it set up Loki. I thought Loki's story during this was great, and the reason why we have 15 years of Loki compared to any other villain, it started with this one. I thought that was really good too. But yeah, I would accept a C.
Out of the original. Okay.
No, Grant, go.
Well, I just
like Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. I count those three as like the original origin stories.
Yeah, I think he's second, but we'll get to that. We'll just get to that in just a second here.
Well, Grant, take over, man. Captain America, the first Avenger.
It was just, I mean, I have this on the same, or actually, yeah, I have them pretty much on the same level. I think Thor is like bottom tier C, and then Cap 1 was like highest tier D for me. I think like it just was not for me. I didn't like the villain. I didn't really like the story. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I don't know.
Same.
I agree
with you.
This one. I thought this was like a B tier movie.
B tier movie.
Yeah. You get Red Skull. I thought Red Skull was a cool villain. You get introduced to the Tesseract in this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that jump starts like all the Infinity War Endgame movies, and then I don't know.
I guess that's fair. That's a fair point.
No, it's not a bad idea. I just remember thinking this also came out the same summer as Dark Knight Rises, and I just thought this is nowhere near. I was just bored. I remember just being kind of bored. I really did not like Captain America until the Avengers. So that's the truth for me. I mean, what do you think, Kenny?
I would do this C above Thor.
Okay.
This was, again, like Iron Man 2. This is a movie that introduced so many legacy characters that then continue to keep showing up. Like Haley Atwell's Agent Carter is still around in the animations in What If, and she's probably about to be in Doomsday. So
yeah, you're right.
Huge for her.
Avengers, the original OG Avengers. Now we can think about this. I remember this is the greatest movie experience I've ever had in a theater. I mean, we showed up to this theater and the people were having beach balls. It was packed. It was a midnight showing. People were giving out free comics. It was like a whole like giveaway thing. It was just a great experience. And then it was the first theater I've ever been a part of where people were cheering and, kind of what the MCU ended up becoming later on. But that was my first time experiencing that here. So I don't know if I give it S tier. Because I think I give it a high BA tier for me. What do you guys think?
I was going to say S because we have never seen a mashup like this before, where they're taking a bunch of previous movies and throwing them together. I feel like maybe Fast 5 was the one time that you saw it before this one.
That's a good comparison, yeah.
Yeah, but this one...
Grant's face there.
This one did such a great job. I thought the story, like incorporating all the heroes, meeting up, I thought it was fantastic.
The nostalgia, this is S tier for me too. I'd settle for A, but for me this is S tier. It's one of the best team ups. It got the whole thing started. Kickstarted the Infinity Stones type storyline. I really love this one. I'll watch it every single time it's on TV.
And I do believe S tier has to be like a 97% on, like, let's say we're taking a test. That's like what S is 97 and up. It has to be pretty incredible. Kenny, what do you think? Am I wrong for thinking A, maybe B, or A?
I would put it S or A. The only thing I don't love about this one, I mean, no, I like way more things than I don't like about it, though.
Did you guys like the aliens coming out of the sky?
Yeah, the Chantori.
Did you guys like that?
I did not like it. I don't know. I didn't.
So there wasn't.
It didn't have too much on me. The only thing that I really take from the first Avengers movie is really like starting to see the interaction between all these main characters and the tension between them. Even things that's introduced, like Tony and Steve having like conflict with each other, which then. There's such a little small thing in that movie, but it goes on and leads into Civil War, and just there's so many, watching them interact was so really cool. Like all these like A-list, like people who own their own movies and now they're in an ensemble movie, seeing how they interact with each other, really, really cool dynamic. And they all had really, really good chemistry.
And set the standard. I mean, yeah, no one's really been able to match it since. All right, Vu, how about, or Grant, go.
I was just going to say, if we have Iron Man in S tier, I think this movie is better than Iron Man. If we were to do anything, I would put this S and move Iron Man down to A. I think this movie is better than Iron Man.
And A is A is not a bad spot. We got to remember that S tier, like S tier is like saying it's definitely part of the cultural zeitgeist at the time. I mean, I would agree with you, Grant, 100%. I just don't want to hurt the other guys here.
I had Iron Man. I had them both in S tier when I was doing my review.
Okay.
I think A, only because I know what's like coming and what
So you
deserves
think
to be an S. Really,
you think Avengers is S or A?
I think A. I don't know if it's
I
on
said
me.
A.
I said S.
Grant.
I would do S.
What does
Not
Sid
to be
think?
this guy, but if you average it out,
I don't know if
yeah,
she's
that's
seen
it.
it. Sid, do you think
Oh,
Avengers, the first Avengers movie, is S or A?
I have no idea what that is.
SMH.
The first Avengers movie? It's just the first one when they all meet.
It's called The Avengers.
He doesn't know.
Yeah,
He
Avengers.
doesn't know.
Sydney doesn't know ball.
Let's do A. Let's do A.
All right, we're gonna go A. We're gonna go A. Thank you. Thank you. Here, let me move it up. Oh, F!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right, I just want to make sure everyone can see the photos. Iron Man 3. Now, after this, it starts to really tail off a little bit, where the MCU really starts kind of being shitty. Iron Man 3, I give that probably a D.
I have it as a D.
I remember watching this in theaters, and when this movie ended, I said it was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
All right, easy as that. Easy as that. Thor: Dark World. Is this the first F tier movie?
F.
I went and saw this
First and not the
midnight
last.
and regretted it because this was not worth staying up late for.
The only positive to it was having Thor: The Dark World had Loki was really cool in it. I thought that was neat, adding more layers to him, of course. But yeah, the movie itself was. I thought the side characters were annoying and all that stuff. I think this movie here. I know we have one S. I think this is the best Captain America movie. I also think this is not a movie in general. You could watch this and take Captain America out of it and think this is a great movie. The story is fantastic. I think this is an S, but what do you guys think?
Definitely yes. S
Which
above
one?
Iron Man 1.
Is this the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, I have this as an S.
I gave that an A.
What did Vogue give an
Alright.
S to that day?
All right.
Majority wins, it's S.
I think majority does win here. C. All right. Sorry, it's just hard to get up there. All right, here we go. Next, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy, the OG one. The movie that brought back cassette players in the year, what was it, 2013 or 15 or something like that, 2016, 14? It brought it back, man. I mean, what did you guys think of this one? Maybe one of the best trilogies in the entire MCU.
It was a fun movie for sure. This is when the comedy started coming in, and this is when the comedy was good in these movies, I think.
Yeah.
But I would give it like an A, B, around there.
I give
Grant?
it an A.
You give it an A, Kenny? Okay.
Mhm.
Grant, what do you think?
I have this as an A. When I went into the MCU and after the first initial movies of Phase 1, I was like, okay, the Avengers, this is the main team. I didn't know too much about the Guardians, but this movie hit it out of the park. This was an awesome movie to watch.
Nobody went in expecting anything from this movie.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Everyone came out loving a raccoon and a tree.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Now they're fan favorites. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right.
That you can sell merch, you know?
I think that's a great choice. Next, I think this is a very controversial one. I think people love it, or people just thought it was kind of like sea level, you know? I think if you look back on it, Ultron is a really cool character. I think there's some really deep scenes in it, like between Ultron and Vision and just the story of that. I also love the twins. I thought they were a really cool addition to it. And then wasn't this where Tony had the Vision?
It was Paul Bettany's debut acting.
Yeah,
Of the crack
the Vision
shield.
of. Was that what it was?
That Vision. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Vision. Like,
I thought he had a vision of what was to come with Thanos. Was I incorrect about that?
His vision, it wasn't Thanos, it was just everyone dying.
It was Wanda put all the visions in their head or whatever. But yeah, it was this movie.
Okay, and then wasn't this also when Hulk lost and flew away?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I thought too. What'd you guys think of it? I mean, I thought it was really cool in that country too. I'm gonna give you mine. I think it's a B. I think it's a B. I think it's a good movie. I would rewatch it. I did rewatch it recently. I thought it was better than I remembered. But that's just my thoughts.
I agree.
B?
Yeah.
B's could be.
All right, cool, B. All right, with
can
Iron
work
Man
with
2,
that.
I can't believe it. Ant-Man. I give Ant-Man an F. I hated it.
You hate
I know,
Ant-Man.
Kenny. I know.
You hate
Kenny, I
Ant-Man. I'm
know.
moving back. Yes. You hate Ant-Man.
No, I'll give it a D.
I would give it a D. It wasn't Dark World
I would
bad.
give it a C.
I would give it a C. DC.
DC, yeah, DC. What do you think, Rhett?
For me, this is borderline CD. I mean, Ant-Man is whatever. The villain was
whatever,
not memorable.
Who was the villain in that one even?
It's
Darren Cross.
Oh,
Darren
yeah.
Cross, the bald
The
guy.
Wasp, yeah.
Yellow Jacket, not the Wasp.
Yellow Jacket. Okay, I actually do.
I give it a B, but I would be okay with meeting in the middle at C.
Alrighty. Sorry, Kenny.
It's okay.
Civil War.
You guys just don't like Paul Rudd like I do. I'm only giving it that rating because of Paul.
I think Paul Rudd saved it. Paul Rudd saved it, and then I thought his second guy was kind of funny too. Michael Pena.
He was the best part of that movie.
So funny. That's where like the storytelling came from. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Civil War.
Okay,
guys.
S.
I think it's S for me too.
Go. Where did we have Winter Soldier? S.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, Civil War is just a step below Winter Soldier. I would give it an A.
I would give this an A as well. Were you guys, when you watched this movie for the first time, were you on Team Captain or Team Iron Man?
Iron Man.
Whatever Spider-Man was on. So Iron Man, yeah.
Iron Man. I was Team Iron Man. It made me really dislike Captain America.
Why?
Yeah, and I thought
government interference, Vu?
Yeah. I just wanted to be protected.
You're
pro-government is what you're saying.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, MAGA. Okay, MAGA.
Yeah.
Dang.
No, I would agree. I would give this an A. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it was cool to bring Spider-Man and Black Panther. Black Panther debuted here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I thought that was really cool. And yeah, okay. Next is Doctor Strange. I think that's one of the best origin stories out of all the entire MCU. I thought it was fantastic, and that's why I hated the second one so much because of how good the first one was.
I think you got to move Civil War up to A. I think we have it in B. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm tripping. Never mind.
No, you be tripping.
Who was the villain in Doctor Strange?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Dormammu.
Caecilius. Master Caecilius.
But also Dormammu,
yeah.
Dormammu is like influencing Mads Mikkelsen's character.
And I even think the visuals, man. I mean, Kenny, you got to probably appreciate this. The VFX in that movie, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, I loved how the magic is so different. Obviously it is, but like the magic looks so different than like the tech. So far, we've only had tech stuff, but like the magic, it just looks so special, like so cool.
And it felt so unique to itself. I really did think it was. I remember thinking, I'm like, oh, okay, this little mystical of a superhero to bring in here. I thought Doctor Strange was a villain in general, but yeah, I was surprised and I loved it. It was one of my favorites. So I give it an A. What do you guys think?
I'd give it a B. A solid B.
I have this as a high B, low A. I'd be fine with either.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kenny? You're the deciding factor here. No pressure.
What's on A and B so far? Can I see again?
We've got A, Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Civil War, Iron Man 2, Avengers, Age of Ultron. I don't hate either or.
No, I think it's A. I think it's A. The only other solo outing past this, which I think is like better than Doctor Strange, I think would be Shang-Chi. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's why I'm saying. I know.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The Heartstring.
S all the way.
That's just for you.
I'm the only one who thinks that.
No, I thought it was an A. I have it as an A.
I thought this was like a BC.
This is a C.
You're okay with it.
This is a C.
You guys you don't get
it. This is Kurt Russell, like just wanting to take over the planet. Like that's what he's doing, right?
But the mother, we dive into more into Peter Quill's relationship with his mother, and you also get to see how who his true daddy is, which is I can't think of his name, the whistle guy. But you know what I mean? Like I just thought those were and just like his story and then them coming at the end, and I didn't hate it as much. I really liked it a lot, but I remember I wasn't everyone says this is the worst of the three. That's what everyone says. I don't.
Best of
you
three.
Think that?
The dynamic
of the three? What?
Best of the three. The dynamic between the family dynamic between all of them in Guardians 2 is my favorite. This is actually my favorite MCU movie, period, which I've said before.
Whoa.
Wow.
Just
that is
the
crazy.
characters, the dynamics between them, like the family dynamic between like Rocket and Yondu, and then there's like Batista. What's his name? Drax. And Mantis, and then Peter and Gamora. Like those three pairs were so good. That whole movie, like I could just listen to that movie. Like I just love listening to them talk to each other. There's so much deepness to them. Like they're so good. And the music, the soundtrack of Guardians 2, I think is better than the soundtrack of Guardians 1. And so that's why I said I could just listen to this movie. I would just put this on and.
This is the one with Rambo, right? Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. That's just I know I'm like a rare person who thinks this. I know a lot of people don't like this as much, but
I think if we're averaging it out, that adds up to like a B.
I'd be okay with a B on this one.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Okay,
nice.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that too.
I need to rewatch it. It's so good. This is
Spider-Man: No Way Home. Spider-Man: Homecoming. I think this is a B.
Yeah, would agree. It's a very mid-tier movie.
I give it a B, C even.
Yeah,
I actually would give it a C too. I would just.
I would be happy with a C.
I was trying to be a shell. Yeah, Grant.
I have it as a C. Let's go
C. All right, I'll do a shell for it. You guys. C.
If that shot from the trailer of Iron Man and Spider-Man like flying and swinging together was in the movie, sure, B. But that wasn't even in the movie. It was fake. It was bait. So C.
Thor Ragnarok.
I will die on the hill that this is an S tier movie.
Whoa!
Oh, nice. I thought that was another rare one for this.
I think it's S tier too.
S, absolutely.
This movie is so elite. And when I said there was only one origin story that was better than, or not origin, but one solo movie for me that was better than like Cap 2 or Iron Man 1, it was this one. I think I have like almost no negatives about this movie.
Hell yeah.
It saved Thor. I mean, it led into the biggest spectacle. It led, the next scene was them flying into an Avengers Infinity War. You know what I mean? It was that
only good Thor movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
Yeah.
It's so true.
It might have salvaged the other three, let me tell you.
No, it did. It salvaged the other three. It also salvaged the Hulk. It brought the Hulk into things.
Yeah.
Vu, it's S tier unless you rate it. Don't be a shill. I want you to give us your true thoughts. Is this S tier, A tier, B tier, C? What do you think?
I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was S tier good. I gave it an A, but I could see why people loved it so much and would consider it S. But just personally, it's not Infinity War level, in my opinion.
Okay, what do you guys think? Where do we put this?
S, majority wins.
All right, S wins.
Damn, we got 3 S's in a row here.
Yeah, we do.
Well, those are the 3 best. So
yeah, so far. Black Panther 1.
I get 3 S's coming up with Black Panther and Infinity War.
I give this an A.
I would give it an A. Wakanda forever.
This is an A for me.
I thought the soundtrack was great. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan was awesome in this.
The Killmonger storyline was terrific.
That's not even a villain. He's not a villain.
Yeah.
When they bring him in Wakanda Forever, that's my favorite scene in Wakanda Forever when he's there on the chair, on the throne.
Oh, I forgot he was
in the flashback or in the
flashback. It was like a vision. Shuri's vision. I forgot about that. Wow, I only watched that one time. Dang.
Like the scene where they're fighting on the waterfall. Great scene. No, I think it's a fantastic movie. I'm trying to remember why I don't think it's S. I mean, are there parts of it that kind of get slow? I'm trying to remember, like, why do we all agree
it's an S personally? But it's also the first MC movie to win an Oscar. First and only movie to win an Oscar.
Yeah, nominated for Best Picture too. So, but I like the A. What are you going to say, Grant?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I really like that. I mean, it shows the character development between like T'Challa and then his dad, right? Like his dad just kind of shunned the guy, and then T'Challa wanted to incorporate him, but like he was already too far gone at that point. So for me, it just, the only reason I would say it's not S is it's a little predictable in the sense that you knew he was going to win the first fight. And you knew Black Panther was somehow going to live and then win a second fight. But I mean, it is borderline S. I think it's up there.
You're right.
It doesn't have enough oomph for me.
Okay, I don't hate that at all. I think that's a solid good A. I like shit like our A list better than our S list a little bit, just because that Iron Man movie. But hey, it's what you guys want. Avengers, Infinity.
S.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you a question when both of them show up, but we'll see what you guys think. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Hey.
The crazy, shocking follow-up.
This is like a D, right?
Yeah. No, I hated this.
I'm sorry, Kenny.
I will go lower to a B.
To a B.
I like Ant-Man and the Wasp even more than Ant-Man 1.
Oh, this is the one where they have like the first villain like shrunken to just his head.
No,
right?
that's 3.
That's 3.
Oh my God.
That's 3.
Quantumania. Ant-Man and the Wasp's villain is Ghost.
I didn't even remember her. I don't even
No,
remember.
I didn't remember her either.
Speaking of non-memorable villains,
Yeah. That's how bad this movie was.
I don't think anybody did. Nobody remembered her being in that. When she showed up at Thunderbolts, it was all of a sudden like, what? Okay, who are you again?
Is his wife? Is Hank Pym's wife in this one, or is that the next one too?
They save
The
her at
next
the
one.
end, and then she's in Quantumania.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that's how they like discover the quantum realm. They discover the quantum realm in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then
That's
the
right,
movie
at the
takes
end.
place in.
This movie.
That's
was
how Scott gets stuck there when when Endgame starts. Remember,
they
already in
needed
the
this
quantum
movie
realm.
to do Endgame
Yeah,
for the
definitely.
quantum realm, but I think it D.
It's a D.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry, Kenny. I know you
okay.
love Ant-Man.
That's okay. No, I get it.
So we're going D. Yeah, I'll give it D. Yeah, I'll give it D. Captain Marvel.
S. I'm not kidding.
It's so wrong for me to have Ant-Man 2 on D, and then I'm about to give this a D. They're not the same. They're not the same.
I gave this one a C or a B.
I actually like this movie. I thought it was a good origin story.
Why'd you give it an? Oh, you said S. You said S.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. All right.
I like that we got to see a young Nick Fury and see where he got his start as well.
Nice.
Just all the Skrulls. I think this is very,
Ben Mendelsohn,
yeah.
his MCU debut. Good.
Yeah,
Actually,
definitely
will give this a C. I like it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
C, borderline D for me. I'll settle with a C. I think
I'll settle with a C too.
It's better than the second one.
the Kree Skrull storyline is just so, and we'll get into this with Secret Invasion. It is so bad to me. So.
I know these TV shows coming up. All right, this
Save
one.
the alien stuff.
Probably.
Yeah,
This one.
definitely an F.
Yeah, no, I have this as S. S.
I think we can just say S, and we don't have to say anything else about that one.
Yeah,
But a lot of
do you
people
guys
think Infinity War is better than Endgame.
I think
Endgame's better.
I think Endgame's
Ooh.
better. Yeah.
I think Endgame's better. I thought with all the hype, and I mean, you guys all remember that feeling you had when you left the movie theater of Endgame or of Infinity War, and they needed to have. And I actually thought they did a good job of making it not something something I thought it was gonna go like bringing in time and you know having the aftermath. I think the opening scene of that movie is one of the greatest opening scenes I've ever seen in any film.
Yeah.
Where Hawkeye is
Totally.
watching his family just disappear, and it just changed the tone of the entire movie. I mean, everyone went.
It brought you
Do you
back.
guys remember? Do you guys remember sitting there and being like, "Oh yeah, shit's real."
Yeah, and there was a support group with like Steve Rogers, right? Like going through counseling for Flip. Like this was just a very somber movie.
Mm-hmm. In the beginning, but then at the end, it's a somber movie throughout. Let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, after the funeral. So
yeah, there's a freaking funeral. But yeah, it was great to. And then also created one of the greatest scenes of all time. You know, on your left, Cap. You know, like
let's say the snap.
Yeah. So, I guess I want to talk about Avengers: Infinity War. That snap was incredible. That part of the theater was insane because everyone heard there's gonna be a lot of deaths. There's gonna be a lot of deaths, and we had not seen really any until the end there, and it's crazy. So
that was right after we saw Vision get his head crushed in. So I mean, yeah.
Oh my God! So I guess that was a death.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. Far From Home, guys. What did you guys think of this one? I thought it was better than Homecoming, but I still didn't have the highest rating for it.
I thought it was better than Homecoming, but not by much. I would put it pretty much on the same rung we put Homecoming. I didn't like
Homecoming. I would say this is like a B. I like Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio in this.
I would put it above Homecoming, but is it B worthy?
I'm just looking at the movies. So we're looking at Iron Man. What is that? Iron Man 2, Avengers. What's on the B rank?
Iron Man 2, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and Guardians Volume 2. A lot of sequels. Yeah, all sequels.
For me, I don't think this one touches. It's much more in the realm of C for me, but I mean, I'd be fine with B too.
What do you think, Kev?
I'm gonna go B. I'll give this a B. I thought it had a daunting task to be the first movie after Infinity War.
Huge.
And one thing I was really disappointed about it was that it really didn't bring up much. I guess they kind of brought up the kids 5 years later. Is that what it was? Like some kids, like some of his classmates were stabbed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that was weren't they like kind of stupid or something? I think there wasn't like a funny element to them. Like they were gone for 5 years and they had to go to like senior year or something.
I don't know.
No, whatever. Who knows? I honestly, I would actually put this as a C. Do you guys hate that, or is that bad of me?
I'm okay with it.
I like that.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I thought it was disappointing. Post Avengers: Infinity War. Okay, WandaVision.
S.
A.
I think it's A. I think it's A as well. No, Kenny. S tier TV show. S tier TV
If
show.
we're ranking, for sure.
But if I had to compare it, I mean, I think those first 4 episodes were some of the best television. Or first 5. I mean, it was just amazing.
This is
for me
the best Marvel show that they've come out with, in my opinion.
For me, there's only one show that's better, but this is 2 for me.
Loki.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, do you guys remember 2020? Nothing to watch. They're hyping this coming out, and it's also just like this is a Marvel movie that does not look like a Marvel movie in any way, and it changed the script. It changed everything about what we expect from a Marvel show.
This launched Disney Plus.
It launched. It was the first MCU show, like original Disney Plus. Like it was huge. There was so much going for it. So
yeah,
this set my expectations so high for Marvel TV show products projects. And then I was looking at the rest of the list when I was prepping for this, and I was like, "Oof, my God, they started off strong. God, did they tail off?"
Yeah, it's about to change. Let's give it an A. That's a solid score for this show. I mean, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Well, here's where they started to tail off.
Absolutely. I didn't hate it. I still think it's like a C or a B.
Like for me, it's a C or a D. I think it's a solid C. It's just
C. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like the idea that they brought Captain. If they hadn't done Captain Walker after, you know what I mean? Like I'm glad that Thunderbolts made this better for me, knowing that he became a character outside of this show.
Yeah.
Things like that. But yeah, I would agree with that. Loki.
Did you guys know that Wyatt Russell is Kurt Russell's son?
Yeah.
I like that not that long ago.
No.
Did you know before acting he was a hockey player?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Loki. I guess this is Loki. They don't have season 2 on here. I think Loki season 2 was some of the best TV I've seen. But I also thought Loki season 1. I think that first episode of Loki season 1 was also fantastic. I was really only disappointed until maybe episode 5 before they met Kang, and then once they introduced Kang, I thought that was awesome.
I hesitate to put this as an S, but it's an A for me. I mean, the ending for me is S tier. I think the story to get there is A. I would settle at an A on this one. I think it's better than WandaVision as an overall story, but I don't know if it eclipses S tier for me.
I think I like that, especially knowing where Kang essentially has become because of this, and we're never going to see him again. And it just, I think the whole Kang thing ruined it. Now, if we had Kang going on, this could be S if it was still going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kenny, what did you think?
I thought it was an S. That season 2 definitely.
You are liberal with these.
I know. I'm Well, I am. Because they're either like S's or like C's for me. It's rare. That's why we have the most in S and C.
I'm hoping we see Sylvie again.
I hope we do too. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Black Widow.
I feel bad giving this one an F.
I
I
give
didn't
it a
think it was
D.
that bad.
I gave it a D. I hated the Taskmaster, the way they used Taskmaster in this one. That ruined it for me. I love that how they introduced Yelena and the Red Guardian. I thought that was great. I think the death of Black Widow made this kind of like, well, what's the point a little bit? This should have been released maybe earlier.
Yeah.
That was me. What do you guys think? So I gave it a D. Kenny, you gave an F. Grant, what do you give it?
I gave it a low C. I mean D is I was in between C and D for this one. I agree with you. I hate the way they use Taskmaster. I really like the concept of like Dreykov and the Red Room. I just think
Same. I thought so too.
I just think it could have been done better. And I guess they probably wanted to do a send off for Scarlett Johansson and not just have Endgame be her final send off. So I know why they did this project. I'm fine with this being a D. It didn't blow me away. It was just average to below average.
You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I do give it a C because you're right. The Red Room is really cool. The background into that stuff, that was pretty great. So I'll move mine to a C. But again, I'm not changing your guys' opinions.
And I love Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
But
what
was
about you?
Florence Pugh is great as Thunderbolt Florence Pugh? I feel like
No.
Yeah. I would give it a C. I thought it was a very like mid movie, mid story, but I didn't think it was as bad as like D category.
See, I kind of think it fits in this better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll just do that. We'll just do it. Cool. All right. What if? Did anyone ever check it out?
I watched the first 3 seasons. I didn't watch the last season.
I think I'm right where Kenny is.
Where do you guys? Then you guys are probably gonna be the determining factor here.
I liked it a lot. There were a lot of just really cool. Like it could have gone anywhere with it. The animation was really cool. They made their own. They called them the Guardians of the Multiverse. It was cool.
Okay.
And they even had like the same font as like the Guardians of the Galaxy. That was like an ensemble of like they plucked different heroes from different universes and like formed them together to save what was happening, and it was really cool. But some of the episodes was slow. That's kind of why I didn't finish it, because the last season I just didn't super care. I'd give it a C. It's just average. It's good. It's not amazing. It's not terrible. I just think C.
I'm always under the impression if you can't finish a show, for me,
it's not because of the show. Like I haven't been watching Daredevil Born Again. I haven't been watching. I'm really bad. I didn't finish Agatha. I'm really bad with TV shows right now. MCU TV shows. Like
that's fair.
There's too much other good TV to watch right now to be watching MCU TV shows.
Yeah,
that's just me personally.
I'd be happy with giving it a C. I thought the first 2 seasons were decent, and then the third one kind of got to be a little out there. And I heard the 4th one is really out there, so I just stopped watching as well.
Okay. Shang-Chi.
A?
This is an A for me. This is the same thing I have with Black Panther. It is A, and I would be fine with it being S. It is an amazing solo project. Great story.
I give it an A too. Actually, I give it a B. I hate the dragon part. I hate that. So I know that ruined it for me. I thought the first movie was S tier. First half of the movie was S tier. That fight in the skyscraper, so cool.
So good. I cannot. Yeah. I'm so happy that choreographer and the director are working on the next Spider-Man movie. Yeah. So like it's gonna look awesome. I gave it an S, but I'm liberal with my S's. I got a special connection with Shang-Chi. You know.
What do you think, Boo?
But I'm okay with that. A. You know, people are saying A.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good origin story.
All right, cool. I'm gonna keep it in D. Just kidding. All right, and then we're getting there. Eternals. I think Eternals is a B. I know it's not. I'm not. I was one of the few people that really liked it.
I'll give it a B. I agree. I really like this one. I understand the criticisms, but I also
for sure
still really liked it. The cast was amazing. There's so many of them. That was supposed to be the next Guardians of the Galaxy. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
I know, right?
Richard Madden was so good.
Did they confirm the Eternals are not going to be really brought up ever again?
I think so. So like they had Captain America 4, and like it's just never gonna.
In the way they presented, Madden as the Superman, I thought they did a great interpretation of that. I thought the Speed woman was great. I thought the scene where they're in the woods and you're introduced to Barry Keoghan, I thought that was just so good. Again, some people think it's boring, but
I forget.
The visual effects of Makari, the speed run girl, like her super speed looks so different than like any other super speed, like from any of the Flash movies or TV show or anything else. Her super speed visual effects were like top tier super speed visual effects.
And I can see why people
you felt like you were really moving fast. That was so good. So good.
And I loved, like, you know, the actors were great in it. I just think I thought it was a solid B. I honestly some days wake up and I'm like, this is an A for me. But I would be happy with a B. But again, I don't need it, but this isn't up to me. Kenny, luckily you kind of agree with me. Grant, what do you think? You're up next.
Like, this is an F for flop, or I would settle for a D for damn, that was boring. Like, I'd say the only thing that would make me think this is a D is, like Kenny was saying, the speedster like visuals were some of the best I've seen in a superhero film.
Okay.
Other than that,
I
thought it was just slow. Like,
it was so like
maybe
I'll settle for D. I mean, that it just was so.
What do you give it, Moo?
I would say like a D or C. Like they bring in, you know, the actual Eternals, and they bring other characters in like Kit Harington and, you know, Harry Styles that were never.
Oh, I forgot about Harry Styles.
Yeah.
So it's like,
all right, I'll give it a D.
Can we meet in the middle with C? Can we meet in the middle with C?
But look at all the other projects on C.
Yeah.
And I think it's better than all of those.
I honestly kind of agree with you, Kenny. I agree.
Give it a B.
Yeah, or give me fuck you guys. We're putting B. No,
if they think it's D and we think it's A, B, then it belongs.
All right, we'll go C. All right, sorry guys. Yeah,
come on.
Yay us. Cool. Next, we've got Hawkeye. I give that a D.
What was the premise of that movie or show again? Like
Kingpin. It was Kingpin's MCU debut.
Yeah,
and it was so him and Echo. Echo were also debuted in it, and then Echo was essentially a spin-off of Hawkeye.
Yeah.
How did Kate Bishop intertwine with Hawkeye? Like, what was
her stepdad or mom's boyfriend's like a villain, and how did she get? She was good at shooting bow and arrow. She was good at. So if we don't remember it, I mean, that's like D level.
Yeah. I really liked it though. I just liked like the Christmas vibes, like the family vibes in it.
I thought that was good too. Yeah.
It was good. It was light. Like it wasn't a crazy VFX heavy thing because it was just like two people with bow and arrow.
And Yelena is in it, right?
Yelena was in it, and I feel like Yelena, she was much more of like the Thunderbolts Yelena in this compared to Black Widow. Like she was like funny.
Right.
She was jokey. She was like just there.
She was on a revenge tour, right? Because
that's why she was in it. She was trying to kill Hawkeye. Yeah, she thought Hawkeye killed.
I would give this a C.
I give it a C.
I give it a C.
All right, that's a C. It is a C. C is loading up. C is when you look at all the movies. And I would say it's been the last 5 years that's really adding to the C, which is telling. Okay. This to me, I think is as A as it gets. I sometimes even wake up and think S. I love this one. I think it's the best multiverse movie. What do you guys think?
Yeah, if it
Spider-Man came together, guys, something I thought never in any way could ever.
That was crazy.
Yeah, the matchup was awesome.
Have we discussed this before? Who is everyone's Spider-Man?
I don't think so.
Toby. Yeah, you're Toby. Vu.
Toby,
Grant.
Toby.
You're Toby. All three. You're Toby.
You're Andrew.
I'm Andrew.
Yeah,
I love Andrew. I love that version of Peter Parker so much more than Toby's version of Peter Parker. Like,
right.
That just hit me. I don't know why.
Toby's Peter Parker is not exist. It's not like what you'd see in the comics.
No, like he's barely Peter. He's really just Spider-Man. But in Andrew's Spider-Mans, there's equal Peter and Spider-Man, and like Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy's interactions with Peter specifically, not Spider-Man, so good. Their chemistry is so good. I love Andrew Spider-Man so much.
and can I just bring it back to this movie itself? I mean, seeing the Green Goblin, I also liked Electro. Seeing Electro back. I mean, seeing, Doc Ock. It was a true love letter to all the Spider-Man movies we've seen before. But also just the fact, I think that fight scene between when Peter realizes the Green Goblin is like a villain again, I think it's one of the coolest shots. And then they're fighting in the highway, or in the skyscraper.
Yeah.
It's so cool, man. Yeah, and then the end there where he wants to kill Green Goblin, which I think is so crazy if you think about it. That why, like, even Peter Parker couldn't even do it. They're all Peter Parker, but Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
I mean, I just thought it was great. So yeah,
well, he gets it. He's already Tom Holland's aunt just died from Green Goblin, and Toby's literally been there. And Toby's had 20 years to deal with it, not even 20 years, but X amount of time, and so he totally gets it, and it made perfect sense for him to be the one to stop him.
Absolutely. Moon Knight.
I
loved it.
Yeah. I think this is a B for me. I don't think it's WandaVision or Loki, but I think it's better than Hawkeye. This is a B for me all the way around.
Yeah,
totally agree with Grant.
Cool how they
let's go
multiple personality thing.
And the twist
I thought were insanely cool.
The twist at the end where there's another personality. That's what I'm talking about.
When are we going to get season 2?
Do you think we'll ever see his character again?
Oh yeah. The reception was pretty good. I don't think it wasn't hated on. It just, but that's why I'm surprised it hasn't gotten a season 2.
Yeah, I don't know what the issue was. It just wasn't really watched on Disney Plus, I think. I think how many movies have we had in A? Well, we had Spider-Man, but I agree with you, Kenny. It's kind of like what I think it's just all the things that preceded it hurt it in the end.
Yeah, and maybe like the premise of it, maybe people didn't love. Like it's like an Egyptian type, like old ancient thing. I don't know. Maybe that's not as appealing. Whereas every other thing is a modern day thing.
Well, I've been told he was supposed to be more like a Batman character. He just wasn't comic accurate, is what people said too.
Sure. Is he? Yeah, I think is he in the detectives? Is Moon Knight? Sorry, in the comics, is Moon Knight a detective too?
I think he's more of the Dark Knight in the sense of like, I think he was supposed to be more daunting and kind of like not an anti-villain, but more like that part of not detective necessarily. It's like we also didn't really see Moon Knight. Didn't we really only see Moon Knight for like 5 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what, but I'm sure they had a reason why they probably wanted a season 2 or to see him more.
That first suit up animation was so cool.
Oh,
just seeing that things wrap around him, so cool. So cool.
Multiverse of Madness. Boo and I went to it. We saw it. It should have been a precursor to what we were to expect. We literally got an alarm that kicked us out of the movie theater, and we had to go watch it again.
Yeah. And this was at like 2 a.m., wasn't it?
Yeah, it was late.
Yeah, I remember that.
Boo was getting in late, I think.
Yeah.
Make it to for him to make it for us. I mean, what do you think, Boo? I gotta ask.
Give this like a D or an F. I think
it's a D.
I think America Chavez, the actress that plays her, should probably never act again. I think her job in that was so horrible. Maybe one of the worst actress performances.
Elizabeth Olsen and Benedict Cumberbatch saved this from being an F and put it in a D tier.
D.
I hope I never have to see America Chavez's character again. The MCU.
Dude, didn't you read the script leak? She's gonna be the one that jumps through a portal and kills Doctor Doom. It was supposed to be Kang originally.
Yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
No.
I was gonna say it's the same thing as Arya killing the Night King. Spoilers. So Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I got worried, Kenny.
I've heard we always were told that it was supposed to be Black Panther, Spider-Man, and Miss Marvel leading the MCU going forward. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be America Chavez, Miss Marvel, and the villain from Thor: Dark World. So
the elf.
Yeah. I think they're supposed to be the 3 that lead us going forward. The new Avengers, I guess. I don't know. Weird. Miss Marvel, what'd you guys think?
I actually liked this show. I mean, I give it a D or an F, but I still liked it.
Yeah, I would give it a C. I think it fits in with that C.
I didn't like her character until the Marvels movie. I thought I liked her character a lot more in that.
Really, I was the opposite. I thought she was a little more annoying.
Same.
Because they actually filmed the Marvels before they filmed the Ms. Marvel show. So she did all that stuff before.
They filmed the Marvels before Miss Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or there was like some things with it. I forget if it...
What do you think, Grant?
I think this is a D. I think the show was like, I like the Bengals storyline a little bit, but it just didn't hit hard enough for me.
Yeah.
We had like 3 Ds. All right, cool. Thor, Love and Thunder.
It breaks my heart to say this because I'm the Taika Waititi guy, but this is an F.
I agree.
Oh,
I wanted to love this so
I was gonna give it a
so
C.
much, but I
they
had
could
to
have
give it
done so much more with Natalie Portman coming back to play Jane Foster, and they just turned this movie into a joke.
It was. I
Yeah.
get why Taika did it.
I have never been so let down than from Thor 3 to Thor 4. That it just was so like. I get that that's how Zeus is in the comic, but he was a joke. The whole movie was a joke. Like
Christian Bale was great. I thought his was the only thing that saved it from being an F. But
yes,
they underutilized him so much. Like you have Christian Bale playing Gore the God Butcher, and like,
and it really came of nothing of it.
Did we watch him kill a god? Maybe one.
Like one god, yeah.
Yeah. The opening scene, I think.
Did we even watch?
The trailers looked so good.
Yeah.
So good. And then it was so bad.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Grant? You were saying something about the watch or something?
No, I was saying we did watch, but I forgot he killed that god in the beginning. But then we saw one more like big mountain god that was dead or whatever. When we saw Sif again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot Sif came back.
So we think it's an F, 2 Thor movies in the F tier? Oh my god.
I'm telling you, Ragnarok heavy lifted this team.
Yeah.
It really did. Did anyone watch I Am Groot?
I watched. Did they make more than one season?
Just one.
Okay, I watched them. They're all 5-minute episodes. It's an F. It's just there's no plot. It's just Groot being. It's just like a kid. He's a child just doing kid things.
Okay.
And also the visual effects, like, because it's him and Rocket. Really, is in the Rocket's not in every episode, but like, Rocket doesn't look as good as he does in the movies, which makes sense. The budget, I'm sure, was a fifth of the movies, but it's noticeably not as good, and that took me out of it. I think it's also technically not canon. James Gunn said it was not canon to the MCU.
Oh, okay. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law.
B.
The end of Hulk as we know it, in a sense, they ruined him.
I think it was overhated. This movie was overhated, in my opinion. Show. I thought it was kind of funny. It was better than a lot of the things that we were getting at the time. I like Tatiana Maslany. Is that her name? You get Daredevil. His return.
His MCU debut.
Okay, but it makes no sense when you watch Daredevil Born Again. Like it.
Yeah. People have stitched together the timeline, though. It's just not addressed, but it's like during the. I don't know. I don't even because I didn't watch Born Again. I would give this a C. I liked it. I didn't hate it.
What do you think?
BC is. I think it should live.
I think for me, it borderline CD.
I'm CD too. So you guys think BC, CD?
C.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's higher than what it should deserve, but that's okay.
I agree. We're gonna get hate in the comments.
Yeah. Image and the action to all his friends to stop listening to us. All right. A Werewolf by Night, I think, is a B. If anyone did anyone here have a chance to see it?
I didn't watch it, but I know I should have. I regret not watching.
Is that a movie?
It's an hour-long special, and it came out around Halloween. And I remember Lindsay and I put it on. We're like, okay, and it is so creative and so unique, and it's actually kind of like a horror, like the biggest horror thing I've seen in the MCU. And it's supposed to lead to a different form of. It's supposed to be with like Blade. It was supposed to be like kind of a precursor to like the world of the not the Dark Avengers. Is that what they would be called? No. The
Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns.
Oh, yeah.
Midnight Suns. He's going to be a part of that. But I recommend it to you guys to give it a chance. I think it's a B, but if you guys haven't seen it, you could follow me. You could trust me with that.
I've heard only good things about it. I haven't heard a single negative thing about it. I know they also released a color version, and when they released that,
you mean the black and white one?
Wasn't it originally black and white?
Oh, that's right.
So then they released a colored one, and I think black and white maybe was a turn off for me. That's why I didn't watch it. And then I was like, oh, there's going to be a colored version. Maybe I will. And then I just didn't do it.
I think the black and white's cool because the only thing that has color is blood, and it's so sick.
Oh, is it? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I
thought that was
really cool. Wow.
It's felt like kind of like X-Men-y, kind of like a Fox type of one. Wakanda Forever.
Am I a hater for thinking that this was like a CD?
I'm right there with you.
I think I'm right with you there. C.
Yeah,
It
had
I
tough
would give it a
shoes to
D. I
fill.
think. Yeah.
You guys would give it a D or a C? Because I
would
gave it
give
a C.
D.
I gave it a C,
I got D.
but
How do we split it, guys?
I'd be fine with either.
Yeah,
D
I
has
would
less
rather
of
watch.
a-
I would rather watch She-Hulk than watch this movie.
Yeah.
again. I was not a fan of Namor as the villain. Like, I don't think.
Yeah.
I didn't like the design of like what's it called? Is it Atlantis? Is that what it's
Atlantis,
called?
yeah.
I didn't like the design of it. Like Atlantis in Aquaman. I know you got to do different things, but Aquaman, Atlantis looked so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bright. It was like that was the main difference. Was it was bright and you could see stuff in Aquaman, but in Black Panther or Wakanda Forever, it was so dark. You couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's the point, but I don't know. It wasn't appealing at all.
The only reason I don't give it a D is just because I thought the acting was fantastic by everyone there. I mean, it was a daunting task of having to follow up and then have, they had a funeral to T'Challa, which we knew in the trailers was happening, but I thought they did it really well. You never really got answers to it, but you just knew he died.
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, do you guys think they should have just recasted Black Panther?
With the multiverse stuff happening now, I think it's probably just best to wait.
Yeah.
That's tough. At that
Will you
point,
be disappointed that there's a new Black Panther that comes in, like, let's say?
I wish they would have just brought Michael B. Jordan back.
yeah,
If
that's
he's
what I was
Black
gonna say.
Panther.
Yeah, but that would have been so hard though. Like, if that was gonna be the actor to replace him, I think everyone would have been okay with it. But story wise, you couldn't have made it work. I don't think.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah,
that's not even
yeah.
true because Michael B. Jordan's Black Panther was in What If? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I forgot about that. I forgot. So okay, actually,
That's the one I've seen.
It could come
That's
back.
the one I saw. And then I saw Doctor Strange fighting the zombies, which I thought that was cool, and they brought that into the multiverse of madness. I think this holiday special is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special?
I didn't watch it. No.
It's good. I love it.
It's pretty damn good. I think it fits. I don't know if it's. I think it fits in that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 part of the B.
I'll give it B.
I think
I'll give it B.
Yeah. It's
It's honestly like a
good.
direct sequel to Guardians 2, really.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I thought it was a good introduction into 3 too. The way you see Peter Quill.
Mhm.
Is Peter Quill bummed out? I forget. Is it because he lost? He got his ass kicked in Infinity War, or is it Gamora? I forget.
He's sad about Gamora being gone.
That's right. Okay.
Mhm.
Quantum Mania. Nothing's an F.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'll give it an F. I would go D, but I'll agree on an F.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, man.
A.
This is like
That's A.
SA.
I think it's
This is
SA
A.
too.
I think
I
I
mean-
would only because I would put 2 as S and I'll put this as A. But
This
since
was
we
my
did- since we
favorite
didn't
one.
give 2 S.
I think this is my favorite one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like
This
it.
is what jump started the podcast. Our
This
first
is the
review.
one.
Wow.
This is the one. And it was our first podcast, Vu and I did it. It's a funny podcast. I've listened to it once, and it's so awkward. we didn't know how to do it. We were just kind of like trying to talk.
Is that
I'm
an
trying
A or S?
I gave it A.
Just kidding. I thought we said this. Okay.
I gave it A. Secret Invasion.
Vu's
F?
favorite show.
F.
You liked it, right, Vu? Or am I mixing up Flash?
I like the Flash.
No, okay.
That's
okay.
Yeah,
That's-
I hated how the girl comes out with that arm, with the Drax arm, and just how she has all the powers all built into one.
What are they gonna do with Gaia?
We don't talk about Gaia.
We don't.
you know?
I think they.
They're-
It's not canon.
they're like that was the multiverse, or not enough people watched it. We'll just never address it.
yeah.
We're gonna do the same thing with like Eternals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Marvels, I think this is D or F.
Dang.
I think F.
I thought this was a B. I like this movie. Grant, remember we watched it together.
I thought it was when I initially gave it a score. I think when we came out of the theater, I was saying like this is a 6, so I'd be fine with a D.
All right, I'll give it a D.
Damn.
I don't want to talk. I mean, hey, set up the X-Men. We now know that the X-Men multiverse is happening. Monica Rambeau's with the Beast, so we'll see. We will see what happens there. Echo. Never watched it. The only thing I haven't seen.
I watched about 20 minutes of the first episode.
It is.
I love this one.
So unbelievably bad.
Damn, I thought he was gonna say good.
Oh my god, it's bad. Just give it an F, and we can move on. It's,
All right.
it's
Yeah,
tricky.
to your own people, Grant.
No, it was so bad.
Okay. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Hey,
If it didn't have nostalgia, I'd say B. But the nostalgia's kicking it up another level for me, so I'd say A.
I just don't think we have a lot of B's, and I think it is great. Walking out of it was awesome, being a part of that theater. But every time I rewatch it, I like it less and less.
That's crazy.
I'm looking at those movies on the A tier, and I'm thinking Deadpool and Wolverine's not there. It's a B for me.
Yeah. Where do you think Kenny go?
I would just like to say nothing about nostalgia, nothing about Deadpool even, or Wolverine. Emma Corrin's character, the villain, she was so good. Every single time, I've only rewatched it 2 times, so 3 total, and like I just love her more and more. She's such a good actress. She killed it as Cassandra? Yeah, Cassandra Nova. That was her name.
Yeah, Cassandra Nova. Yeah,
I just thought she was. So good. No, her acting was so good. She's so creepy, and she's bald. And
I guess I wouldn't hate putting it as an A. I just think, again, when I look back on it, is it better than Avengers Ultron? It's about that level. I just don't think it. I really liked it coming out of the theater. I just remember thinking, like, oh man, it really does have nothing to do with anything else going forward, and that disappointed me. Which that's what I'm kind of looking for. I think that's the problem with this era. Yeah, it was great for nostalgia period play. But you could say the same thing about Spider-Man 3, which had nothing to do with the future of the MCU. I mean, what was the best multiverse movie? I still think Spider-Man better than Deadpool and Wolverine. I think it's a B. What do you guys think? I'm gonna put B.
B.
I'm okay with B.
Okay,
I'd give it B.
B's are solid movies. And I think it's a high. I think it's a high B. I think it's a high B. More Tom's one. Yeah. Agatha. Oh.
I think I got to the season finale and I stopped watching.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
I didn't finish it. I'm on the last episode. I tried it like multiple times.
I gave this a B. What do you think? What'd you say, Grant?
I really like this show. I think it's just a step below WandaVision for me. I think it's a B. I think I was entertained watching this show.
What do you think, Boo? So was I. No, I agree with you, man.
I'd agree. Yeah, I love the
character.
Did we ever figure out like what his relationship is to Agatha? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What was his relationship?
The kid didn't have a relationship to Agatha.
Was he Wanda's son?
Her out.
He's the soul of Wanda's son.
Of Billy.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay. All right, I'll move this one then. Alrighty, moving you up to B. I love her in the studio, by the way.
She's so good, but she's also like barely in it. I thought she'd be in it more.
Yeah, true. I you know what? I still think I think Deadpool out of all the B's is my favorite of these B's. Just want to point that out.
In the future, we got to like organize these lists even more thoroughly.
That would be cool.
I know.
Lists,
Yeah, I think we got to come up with a ranking in a way or something. Yeah,
save
B+.
this list and then we'll get back to another episode.
I agree. I think so.
Yeah.
This is a living, breathing document, babies. All right. Spider-Man. That TV show got better, and I actually really liked it by the end of it. I still think it's a B, but I liked it a lot.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
All right.
I'll have to trust you.
I think you know what? Fuck, because nobody's watched it. Clearly, nobody thought it was gonna be great. I'll give it a C then. Captain America: Brave New World. I think this is D. But what do you guys think?
I'm trying to think. Is this even F material?
You could twist my arm and tell me this is an F.
I like this movie. Dang.
I know. Boo, you and I were the only ones that ended up liking it.
I think this might have one of the worst villains in any recent movie. Like
it's probably on par with the Dark Elf. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I would give this movie a C. I thought the action was good. I thought the storyline was decent. It was cool to see Harrison Ford, the president, turn into Red Hulk. The battle scene, the visual effects weren't great, in my opinion.
I thought they were pretty bad too. Yeah, you could tell that, and then you could tell they changed it up so much.
Yeah.
There was a funny tweet or something I saw about how every single shot of the leader was like him by himself because they were all reshoots. And
Oh, really?
Like he's never in the same room as someone else ever. No single scene. You can tell he's like by himself.
I also thought Sam Wilson as Captain America. I thought I saw this movie and thought, okay, I could see him as Captain America moving forward. That's my only positive.
Yep.
That's why I can't give it a D.
I'm okay. I'm okay with not an F, but I would have to go D.
It's a D. It's a D.
All right, cool. I mean, it's not Secret Invasion. It's not Groot. It's not Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Quantum Mania. Oh my god. Daredevil, I think it's B, but you got the originals are so much better than this show. The originals are A tier.
I really liked this show. I think it's a B.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
I only watched the original Netflix one, and I loved that. I know that would be an A2, and I know that this is like a step below it. So I haven't watched it. I don't know if I ever will, not because of my interest, but just because I'm knowing it's like 24 episodes long per season.
No, it's not. No, it's you would rewatch all the other ones. Yeah,
no. Is this new show not 20 episodes long?
No, it's like 8.
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't
there's 9 episodes, I think.
Oh, just kidding.
Kidding. That's why if you're bored, you want to just see what it's like. I mean, I think it does do justice to the other ones, but you can't put it at it's the worst out of all of them.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then the last, but not least, leading into the beginning. Is this the end of Phase 5? Is that correct, or the beginning of Phase 6?
Yeah.
I think it was
the end of Phase 5.
Give me an S, guys.
You think it was an S, really, bro?
I thought it was S or A. Yeah, I really.
This is hands down the best movie or Marvel project I've watched since Endgame, and it's not close.
I would go A. I don't think I would give it S. It's no Guardians 2.
What do you think?
Can I take a quick look at the A/S tier that we have before I make my final ruling?
Oh wow, we got really few S's.
Which I think
was so grounded. Like it was so real. Like this is more than just a superhero movie, in my opinion. It's just
barely a superhero movie, even. Let's be real.
This for me is an A.
All right, very sorry, man. We've got 3 A's. I said S/A.
Oh,
so
I wasn't. Okay.
I wasn't on there. All right, I think this is good. Beginning to a new era of the MCU, or sorry, good end to that era. I think it's good that we're all moving on, and I think because this movie ended so high, I'm so excited for Fantastic Four to be the new transition to what Phase 6 is about to be for the MCU.
That's about to be an S. I know it.
Yeah. I think so, man. I have a really good feeling. I think they figured their shit out.
It has to be S.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity, I think, is the new motto.
I think you're right. And that has it, everybody, guys. I mean, like an hour and 10 minutes later, we have tiered every MCU movie, over 50 projects. I think 52 projects we have on here. And we've ranked them. I mean, we've got a few S's, we've got a lot of A's, a lot of B's, or a lot of C's. Sorry, a lot of C's. And honestly, I think we have more D's, almost more D's than B's, and then F's. We've got, of course, the ones that really fit there. I think they really belong there. Boys, any other comments or feedback you want to say about the MCU and just what we've experienced here today?
Excited for the future.
Yeah.
The new era.
Yeah. I think Thunderbolt saved everybody, and I'm glad that we're moving into the Fantastic Four. We're about to see the X-Men coming in. We're about to see Doctor Doom. We're about to see the next Avengers films. We're about to get Ironheart. However you may feel about that.
I totally forgot that was coming out because I was about to say, I think everything else coming out now is all going to be S tier. But I know it's coming.
You know what? I look back on this and I feel myself, if they end with Phase 6 and do kind of like a little bit of a switch, or like, they a little bit of a slight not redo. What's the word I'm trying to think of, guys?
A soft reboot.
It's like a soft reboot, yes. Which I think they should do. I think we got to see these guys interacting, and I think the future of the MCU is in good hands now going forward. So it's been a ride. We've been doing this since 2008, and now we're about to hopefully, not
We're
hopefully,
looking
but
at 20 freaking
continue
years of
doing
this.
20 freaking years, man.
By the time it's all done, like by the time we get to that soft reboot, it's gonna be 20 years, and then I think they gotta start from scratch. Or do something else.
I kind of agree too.
They got.
It was really cool how they celebrated the 10 year. Do you remember when they returned the Marvel logo into like there was a 10? How does that work? MARV. How does that work? Wait, let me see. Marvel. It was the studios. The I and the O of studios. It was a 10 for like the 10-year anniversary.
Okay.
Like that was really cool. So I wonder what they'll do for the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, I was just saying I can't wait 15, 20 years down the line for us to do a full MCU tier list.
Oh my god. Yeah, double.
Yeah.
It's the true thing we that our generation was a part of, or the first generation to be a part of it. It was really geared towards our generation of fans, and it's something I hope we do get 20 more years of. Maybe not this crew. I don't really want Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire coming back together in 20 years, but
we'll still have Hugh Jackman in 20 years.
Till he's 90.
Till he's 90.
Till he's 90. Well, there you have, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for listening to this podcast, episode 65 of Filmaholics Entertainment Podcast. We'll be back, I'm sure, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I mean, hopefully I'll be available next week for episode 66. Let us know what you guys all think of this tier list. Are we idiots? Are we good at this? Should we just stop podcasting? Let us know. We'll take it into consideration. But we did it. 52 movies later, we now have a list of our tiered ranked MCU films. Boys, enjoy yourselves. Follow and subscribe on YouTube, Apple. They're all going to be on there soon. The ones we're missing are Apple and Spotify. And we appreciate everybody for listening. This is episode 65 of Filmaholics Entertainment Podcast. Keep fapping, y'all. We will see you guys later.